Hello there. I think I'm live. Maybe there'll be feedback soon. Hi, I'm Liam O'Brien. I play the part of Gunnar Maelstrom, one of the heads of Vile Academy in the kick-ass show Carmen Sandiego. I am hosting a little chat and Q&A to help celebrate the summer of San Diego. I understand you guys are rewatching. I see people joining now. Good. That means that I did this right. I do not use Instagram so much. Anyway, it's just me and you alone. I'm here to answer your questions. Hi, everybody. The team at Carmen Sandiego has supplied me with a bunch of questions in advance, so I can kind of go through those. If you guys want to throw them at me on Instagram, if I see them, I will answer those as well. Maybe I'll dip back and forth between our prepped questions, and I have some prepped fan questions as well. But if you have anything, I am alone. Yeah, it's just me. It was supposed to be me and maybe Sharon today, which is a bummer because with the world being the way it is, I haven't seen Sharon in ages, and I like hanging out with people. But it's just going to be us, so I'll hang out with you. Thanks for joining me. I'm in my home office. I do a lot of recording here. I don't think I ever did any for Carmen. I think we got it all done before the world turned upside down. Oh, damn Vile. All right, let's dive in. I'm just going to start going down through some of these questions and getting into all things Gunnar. All right, so first we're talking about working on the show itself. I don't even need my cheat sheet over here to start off. I loved working on this show. This is easily one of my favorite series that I've ever worked on in my career in VO. Both the team and the scripts, and working with Dwayne, who just birthed this entire show, this reimagining of Carmen's world, and the voice cast, which was amazing. All of us really looked forward to getting together and doing this. It's a good sign when you can't stop laughing in between takes and sometimes during takes. And just the style of it. Like, this show is really good. I've watched it with my family. I've watched it on my own separately. It's slick. You learn about the world just like I did when I was a kid playing on my Amiga Commodore 64 computer, the original video game. So it's pretty cool getting to be part of this years later. Okay. So here's some questions that they prepared for me. What was my favorite part? Well, I just covered this. Favorite part of working on the show, cast and crew, the style of the show, all the accents. I'm a voice acting junkie. I love accents. I can't do all of them, but I can do a lot. And there were a lot that I could not do in this group. And it was so cool to be awash in accents from all over the world, from people who, just are so skilled jumping in and out of them. That was really one of my favorite parts of it. Give me an accent to do, and I'm happy, or to listen to. Let me see. Who was your favorite character to play? Was it Professor Maelstrom, Boris, or Vlad? Well, I'd be lying if I didn't say that Maelstrom was my favorite, but it was always fun to do them together. Maelstrom easily, though. I mean, who doesn't like playing smooth as butter, psychopathic evil? I like it. Do you have your own backstory for Professor Maelstrom that's not shown in the TV show? Could I invent canon right now? I don't know if that I had a backstory per se, but I really like to think of Maelstrom's years as a younger super spy, sort of like the anti-James Bond, stealing and causing mayhem, both as a teen baddie on into his later years. How old this guy is, I don't know. He could be 45, he could be 72. He kind of looks like a cadaver dipped in formaldehyde, so it's hard to say. I don't know, and I'm not going to be the one to nail that down. Sabrina says, Liam, you do such a good job making Maelstrom sound like an actual creepy psychologist. That's because I'm a little, you know what I'm saying. Let me see. Who did you enjoy recording your lines with, and who would you have wanted more opportunity to record with? Again, loved this cast, loved everyone in this cast, and there was so much variety and such great characters. I think my favorite to record with were all the heads of school. So that would be Sharon, Tokes, Paul and especially my longtime dear friend, Mary Elizabeth McGlynn, we got to be terrible together and scheme and plot and bicker, because you can't have like an evil supergroup if they don't bicker, and then it's not an evil supergroup. Who I would have loved to have recorded more with would have been our Boston twins, Ivy and Zach. I could have listened to Abby and Michael play those two for hours. I can't do a Boston accent well at all. So again, I love, that's why I like watching the Olympics. Show me something amazing that I can't do, and you got my attention. So can't do Boston, not really. I can say Pak the Kar and Havid Yad, but that's as far as it goes. They were so funny. Their chemistry together was great. They really felt like siblings to me. If any of you follow my work on Critical Role, you know that I'm a fan of sibling dynamics. And they were just hilarious together. Again, laughter between lines being the best judge of how good it is. Do you like any operas like Maelstrom? That was a question further down from my prepared fan questions. Is it the same person? It's already gone. I don't know. I have only ever seen one opera in my entire life. I saw a couple of years ago here in LA, I went to see Philip Glass's Einstein on the Beach, which is not typical. Kind of think it would be Maelstrom's jam. It was mathematical and abstract and long. It was like 4 to 5 hours long. Maybe all operas are that long. I don't know. I'm more of a theater guy. I have been my entire life, both watching, attending, and taking part. But I do think that Maelstrom obviously loves opera. I imagine his home being full of original Van Goghs and Matisses and Stradivarius violins and relics from ancient history all of which he's stolen, obviously. He didn't pay. He got them all with a 5-finger discount, dude. All right, I'll scroll back up. Who is your favorite character besides yours? That's not fair. There's too many good characters. Okay, it's Coach Braun. I love watching poised, talented, beautiful Mary Elizabeth play our big, brawny gym teacher, bruiser, vile head of the school. And I just like to laugh, and Mary's funny. Do you relate to your character in any way? Nah, I play a lot of villains, but Gunnar really is my polar opposite. I generally try to be a good guy. I try to be kind and patient. I fail, but I do my best and try. I'm also not that slick. Like, I can pretend to be for short spurts for productions and shows and stuff, but really I'm kind of an awkward doofus as my main. So I think the joy of... I've played a lot of villains in my career, and I think the joy of it is getting to sort of... indulge in those impulses that are verboten, if you will, at the naughty things that you know that you shouldn't do, but in a safe space where it's all make believe, it's like you get to kind of tickle that part of your brain. Let me see. If you could successfully steal anything in the world, what would you steal? That's easy. I would steal an extra 3 hours of sleep a night because I'm generally tired. Then the last prepped question about the show, I guess the show, because there's another bunch just about Gunnar himself, is if you had to join Team Red, Acme, or Vile, which team would you choose? And this feeds back into the other one. It would be Team Red. Cool people like to say they're Slytherin. Cool people like to say they're part of Vile Academy. I play it up. I play Maelstrom. But I can't lie to myself. I would be Team Red. I'd try to do right in the world. It's just me. Let me see. What else do we have? You have a pleasant voice. Have you ever voiced an audiobook? I have done a few audiobooks. Not too many. I think like 4 to 6, maybe. I've done a couple of Dungeons and Dragons related books. I've done some fiction. I've done some nonfiction. Yeah, I think I'm going to be voicing another one soon. I don't do them too often, though. What else do we have? Questions about Professor Maelstrom himself. Was Maelstrom very interactive with Carmen when she was growing up on the island? I would say no. Gunnar manipulates and controls from a distance. So some of the teachers got close to her. Obviously, Coach Braun did, but I think Shadow-san in his way. But I think Gunnar saw her just as a tool to be used for his scheming, and he just likes to move chess pieces from behind the scenes. Would he have ever retired from Vile if he never got caught? Never! It's too good to be bad. I think he would just do wicked deeds until the day that he couldn't do them anymore. Let me see. What do you think makes him so scary as a villain? That's easy. It's what makes so many villains frightening. The ease with which they do terrible things. Chilling. Let me see. Do you think Professor Maelstrom has any other alter egos in addition to the clown, Charlie Pants? That was a left turn that I did not expect when I showed up for that episode that day. Boy, maybe for every holiday. Maybe for Christmas he's, I don't know, Crime Krampus. I think as far as alter egos go, if he has any kind of romantic life, which we did not explore in the show heavily, I would think he'd be one of those guys who, you know, he is diabolical with his day job and controls many people. And I think for his romantic side, he probably wants the reverse for that outlet. How do you think the prof fared in prison? You know, I know he's a thin little wisp of a gentleman, but I think he did all right. I think he probably sized up the most formidable person in prison on day one and used all of that vile training to make that person hurt, to show. Keep away. He is, you know, he's 20 gallons of terror in a 1 gallon suit. So he's got to be crafty and probably hit pressure points to do that kind of thing. All right. I have a couple of fan questions prepped in advance. I'll take a couple of more. We've got, do you think Maelstrom ever loved Carmen? No, he did not. She was just a tool for crafting a beautiful sculpture, which was just world-dominant crime. No, I don't think he did. I think he loved what she could do for him until she didn't do it for him anymore, and that's where things got dicey. Let me see. If the Vile Academy had a Rate My Professor, what do you think Professor Maelstrom's student reviews would be? Well, they'd obviously all be 10 out of 10s, because anyone who did below a 10 would suddenly go missing. They just wouldn't be in class the next day. That's how that would work. Do you think Professor Maelstrom is annoyed with Mime Bob just because Mime Bob has a hard time communicating, or because he's jealous of Mime Bob's makeup? Well, a little from column A, a little from column B. I think that's it for what they've prepped. So I'll tell you what. I've got a couple more minutes where I can hang for our Summer of San Diego. Throw them at me, and I will answer what's applicable. Maelstrom times Bellum. Maelstrom and Bellum. What do you think about that? Well, I'm not creating canon for the world of Carmen Sandiego. She's an excellent colleague in the vile upper echelons. And Maelstrom does love intelligence, so they both got that going for them. I don't know. I'll leave that up to your imagination. What else do we have? How would Maelstrom be as a dad? Oh, terrible. I think you'd be a terrible father. I mean, you'd probably have the race car bed for sure when you were a kid. It'd probably be like, a Lamborghini designed race car bed and a huge house and all of that. But you would be, he'd be playing mind games with you and trying to make you like vie for his affections. You would be just like a little marionette on a string. No, thank you. No, thanks. I'll take Ivy and or Zach once they've grown up. They can be brother and sister. They can be my aunt and uncle. How about that? That's what I want for adult supervision. Let's see. Does Maelstrom have other family? Oh, are they alive? That's the question. That's the real question. I don't know the answer. Let's go. We'll do 3 more. I'm just going to wait until they scoot by. If you've asked them already and I didn't answer, it could be that I just didn't see them. So you can type them in again and we'll see what we get. I see stuff for other shows. I'm going to skip those. I see a question about Maelstrom's favorite drink. What is Maelstrom's favorite drink? Well, I'd be interested in what you guys think. Maybe a dark and stormy. That could be. To really celebrate Vile Island. How did I start my acting career? I was a doofus in my freshman year of high school, and some kid said, "Hey, do you want to try out for the play?" And I couldn't catch a ball, or I couldn't throw a ball. I didn't know sports, and I certainly didn't know anything about performing or theater or acting or anything, and I just went to an audition in my high school, my all-boys Jesuit high school in Jersey back in the day, and I booked a role in that, and it was fun. And I did it again, and it was a lot of fun. And I did it again, and I just started to fall in love with it. And then I went to NYU for it, and then I got out, and then I just pounded the pavement and got small, crappy jobs, and then I got moderately fun jobs, then I got really fun jobs. That's how that works, and it just takes time and determination. Let's see. Whiskey on the Rocks is very possible for his favorite drink, yeah. Let me see. Why does, this will be our final one. Katie asks, why does Maelstrom like mind games? Well, I think it's all a giant game to Gunnar, and Gunnar likes to win. And until a certain woman in red came along, he did win. He did win. One day, we will find the woman in red. But not this day. This day we'll continue our rewatch with the Summer of San Diego. Thank you guys for joining me. That is it for my pocket of time. I hope that was illustrative to you for the world of Vile and Team Red. I'm going to go hang with my fam. Maybe you guys will as well, or hang with some friends, or do something fun with the rest of your weekend. Thanks for watching the show. It was a pleasure to do, and I love that you guys love it. All right, that's it. Take care. Stay vile.